Now we go to correlation. Ayan. Diba? Sabi ko kanina, regression is the study of what? Causality. Diba? In a regression, there is what? There is cause, there is effect. Tama? Meron kang independent variable, meron kang dependent variable. Now, as contrasted from correlation, correlation is what? Correlation is the study of relationships. I repeat, no? Regression is the study of causality. Correlation is the study of what? Relationship. So, tinitignan natin yung strength of the relationship of two variables. No? So, let us say, for example, no? You want to know if there is a correlation between the age, no, and the monthly salary. Pwede ba? Yes, pwede, di ba? Okay. So, pwede mong sinasabi, abang tumataas yung kanyang age, tumataas din yung kanyang salary. Make sense? Yes, makes sense. Okay, or habang bumababa yung kanyang age, bumababa din yung kanyang salary. Ang tawag doon, positive correlation. No? Two variables, no, they go in the same direction. That is a positive correlation. One goes up, another variable goes up. No? Okay. What if one goes down, another goes down? That is still a positive correlation. No? And if the correlation coefficient is 1, no, that is a perfect, no, correlation. Okay. Now, pwede bang one goes up, the other goes down? No, like for example, no, you want to know if there's a correlation between amorality, no, and age. So sinasabi mo habang tumatanda yung tao, bumababa ang kanyang amorality. So nagiging mas mabait siya, no, habang tumatanda siya, no? That is what we call a negative correlation. But that is a negative correlation. Yeah. So positive correlation and negative correlation. If the correlation coefficient is 0, no, then there is no correlation. Okay. Now, in a correlation, no, meron tayong tinatawag na strength, no, of the correlation. This is the rule of thumb, no, for interpreting the size of a correlation coefficient, no. Like I mentioned, no, a perfect correlation is 1, no. Okay, so if your correlation coefficient is somewhere between 0.90 to 1, that's a very high, no, positive correlation, or if the number is negative, very high negative correlation. Are we clear? O, paano kung ano ka, 0.70 to 0.89? No, that's a high positive correlation. So yung strength niya nandun sa taas, no? Okay. Pero meron naman tayong tinatawag na moderate positive correlation. So that is somewhere from 0.50, no, to 0.69. Okay, or 0.30 to 0.49, that a low positive correlation, and 0 is no correlation, or 0.0 to 0.29, that's little, if any, correlation. Did you get that? Now, this is how you interpret. Of course, other authors, no, may use different terms, no, pero meron siyang range, no, na ginagamit para may pakita natin yung strength, no, of the relationship of two variables. Now, how is it different, no, from a regression? Sa regression kasi, no, one is causing the other. Diba? Kasi there is causality. Eh. Like for example, no, smoking and drinking alcohol. O pwede mong masabi, no, na smoking, no, results to drinking of alcohol. No, in that case. Or pwede mo naman sabihin, drinking of alcohol results to smoking. So meron siyang ganon, di ba? Pero kung correlation lang, hindi mo alam, no, kung yung smoking, siya ba yung nagko-cause dun sa drinking of alcohol, or yung drinking of alcohol is the one causing, no, smoking. You are just saying that they go in the same direction. So this is the study of your relationships. Okay, and you have here the strength of your correlation or relationship. Okay, so tatanungin mo sa akin, sir, paano yung ano? Lahat ba ng ano, lahat na ba ng bagay that go in the same direction, they are correlated? Kasi mayroon tayong tinatawag na mga spurious correlation. Pwedeng they go in the same direction, no? Pero hindi sila correlated. I'll show you something. Ayan. Nakikita nyo to? Can you read? Can you read what's this?
US spending on science, space, and technology.
Ayan. Are they correlated with suicides? Sa tingin mo, merong... Kasi tignan mo yung graph eh. Di ba they go in the same direction? Diba? But they are not correlated. This is a spurious correlation. Diba? Kasi yung US spending on science, how is it not correlated to suicides by hanging, strangulation, and suffocation? Except kung meron kang literature na nagsasabi na they are related. Another one, this one. Number of people na nalunod, is it correlated dun sa number of films ni Nicolas Cage? Hindi rin, that's spurious correlation. But looking at it, parang related sila, But that is a spurious correlation. Another one, ito. Yung divorce rate ba? Correlated ba siya sa consumption ng margarine? Hindi naman siguro, Pag maraming kinaing margarine, mag-divorce sila, hindi naman siguro. Okay, ito naman, Ito, kapag malaki ba yung kinita ng arcades, di ba dadaming mga doctorate degrees ng mga graduate? Hindi rin. Parang hindi naman sila correlated. Ito naman. Kapag dumadami ba yung namatay, by steam, hot vapors, and hot objects, tumataas ba yung age ni Miss America at ni Miss Universe? Hindi rin naman, di ba? Okay, so these are examples, ito naman. Kapag dumadami ba yung consumption ng cheese, dadami ba yung graduate ng civil engineering doctorate? Hindi rin naman. Okay, so these are examples, So you have to check also your literature. Okay, so let us do correlation. Let's do correlation. Okay, what's the command? Okay, it's here. So ito, I will correlate the math score and the science score. Do they go in the same direction? So ito yung command ko. Nakikita nyo, PW core, math, science, sig star 0.05. You will have a copy of this, of these slides para matry nyo pag gusto nyo. PW core, math, science, sig star. Okay, so I'll copy it. I'll stop sharing this. Let's do it here. Ayan. So I said PW core. Nakapag-switch na ako ng screen, di ba?
Wala pa po, sir.
Wala pa po, sir.
Yes. Okay. So ito yan. PW core. Yan. Ayan. So yung natin, pwedeng dalawa, read, write, math, science, social studies. Pwedeng sabay-sabay. So pinagsabay-sabay ko na lang sila. Ano pa yung sabi ko kanina, command niya? Comma sig star 0.05, comma sig star 0.05 in parenthesis. Yan. Okay. So nakita nyo, actually it's easier. So makikita mo na yung correlation ngayon. Okay, tingnan natin yung result. Siyempre hindi ito. Si Reed at saka si Reed, perfect correlation. Isa yan, di ba? So ito yung correlate mo ngayon. Si Reed at saka si Wright. Are they correlated? Yes, they are correlated. At what level? 0.5968. Tignan natin yung 0.5968 doon sa table, moderate siya doon, di ba? Yung 0.60 to something. Di ba? And the first number is the correlation coefficient. The second number is the significance. It's the significant, it's the p-value. If the p-value is less than 0.05, then the relationship is significant. Did you get that? Okay? So, balikan lang natin yung kanina o mamaya. Ito. Si Mas at saka si Reed, ano yung correlation coefficient niya? 0.6623. Is it significant? Yes. Because the p-value is 0. What about math and write? Nakita mo? Science and read, write and science, math and science, and then social studies. Ayan. I have seen some journals, kahit hindi siya kasama dun sa statement of the problem mo, di ba yung sa descriptive statistics, nagpe-present sila, no, sinasama nila yung mga correlations. Ayan. So this one will help you, no, if you want to present your correlation coefficients. Ayan. Okay? So let's see how this is interpreted. So share screen. Ayan. Okay. Assuming, no, we correlated math and science. No, ang lumabas is 0.6307. So you write, there was a moderate positive correlation, no, between math score and science score. The correlation coefficient is 0.6307. The p-value is 0, or p is less than 0.05. Is it significant? Yes. No, the relationship was significant. Okay, next. Ito yung ginawa natin. No, correlate, write, math, science, social studies. And you can interpret, no, each pair. Like for example, 0.5968. Ano si 0.5968? Akyat tayo dun sa kanina. Ayan. Ito siya, di ba? It's between 0.5 to 0.69. So there was a moderate positive correlation. That's how you write it. Ulit. Ito naman. Let's check the correlation of read and math. Ano siya? 0.6623. Ano si 0.6623? There was a moderate positive correlation. Are you following? Okay. Let's have this one, no? Let's correlate write and science, no? 0.5704. What's 0.5704? Nandito. There was a moderate positive correlation. Did you get correlation? No?
Yes,
so that is correlation. No? Repeat, it's the study of relationship. So hindi mo sinasabi na that right, no, is causing, the writing score is causing the science score. No, they just go in the same direction. That's why we say that there was a positive correlation, no, between the two. No, are you clear on that? Okay. Now we go to regression. Now, most of the research papers, no, are using regression. Ito yung the effect of what on the what, no? Nakikita ko yung sa mga estudyante dati, the effect of economic status, the effect of gender, the effect of etc. on what. Okay. By the way, before I leave correlation, no, what have you observed? What are we correlating? Are they continuous or categorical variables? Ano kino-correlate natin? Sa napansin mo
Continuous
kanina?
po. Continuous.
Variables. Now, this is now linear regression, the study, no, of causality, the study of cause and effect. You have dependent variables and you have independent, no, variables. Okay. Now, you can have, no, a single, no, regression where you have one dependent variable and you have one dependent and one independent variable. Okay, let's try to demonstrate that. Here. Okay, let us have your framework, no? Okay, so gagawa ako ng text box. Oh, sorry, wag text box. Shapes. Copy. Okay, and then you have this insert shapes. Di ba? Di ba this is your framework? No? The effect of, ano sabi natin kanina, empowerment on organizational this is your framework. Di ba? And this uses what? Regression. Di ba? Ito yung gumagamit ng regression. Asan si DV? Ito, organizational commitment. Asan si independent variable? Si empowerment. Yan. So itong framework na to, you have one dependent and one independent variable. Diba? Okay, palawakin natin yung framework. Kasi kung ganyan lang ang research mo, parang hindi siya okay, di ba? Ang baba ng R squared yun, pag ganyan. Di ba? Kasi alam mo namang there are many factors no, that affect the organizational commitment of employees. So it's not just empowerment, di ba? In fact, if you read the literature, even compensation, di ba? And rewards, di ba? They affect the organizational commitment of employees. So meron pang ibang meron pang ibang variables, no? Okay. So So ito yung organizational commitment. O di ba? Hindi siya alam pa ikutin. Sorry. Sorry. Ayan. Doon na lang siya. No? Doon na lang siya. Okay. Next. Ayun. 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 Ayan. Okay. Actually, mas maganda kung nandito sa gitna. Eh. Hindi lang ako masyado marunong, guys. Ha? Okay. Next. This one. Kunin natin to. Sige nga, i-try natin dito. Ayun. Diba? Oh my God. Ayan. Oh guys, this is your multiple regression, di ba? Okay, this is another framework. Ano to? Ito yung organizational commitment. Okay, so this is what? This is your empowerment. Ano pa? Training and teamwork. Ayan. Ayan. Pag nandito na, pag may mga title defense at saka yung mga chapters 1 and 2, Diyos ko, dito na kami nagkakaanuan ng mga nagde-defense. No? So alamin nyo kung sino si DV at saka si IV. Okay, so ito yung independent variables natin, yung empowerment, training, and teamwork, tapos organizational commitment. So are we clear? Okay, now question. Now, ang una natin pag-aaralan sa regression is, di ba, number, yung dependent variable natin. So hindi ko na sinasabi, kasi when you say this one, di ba, ano to, ordinal to eh. Pero numbers, di ba, I told you kanina sa ambiguities, no, nung variables, di ba? Yung ordinal, we treat them as continuous variables, no, for statistical computations. Okay. So, the dependent variable, no, may be a number, tapos ang independent variables may be a number also. Or, no, the independent variables may be a number, no, and a non-number, a categorical variable. Okay, let's see how that works, no? Okay. Papalitan ko yon. I'll stop sharing and then I'll share this one. Ayan. So, ito yon. nakikita niyo yung kanina, regress college mass and high school mass, no? Assuming ito yung result. So how do I interpret that? Okay? First, no, I will interpret the regression model, no? So sinasabi ko dito, a simple regression was run to predict college mass from high school mass. No, high school mass dito, may p-value dito, is statistically significantly predicted college mass. Okay, the R squared is 3978. The p-value is less than 0.0. Oh, this is not 0.005. It's less than 0.05. Ayan. And then how they explain the variability, no? Yung regression coefficient. So sabi ko dito, for every 1 unit of increase in high school mass, there is a 0.67 unit increase in college mass. P is equals to 0. Nandito siya. No? Okay. So, 1 IV and 1 DV. Okay, tignan natin yung kanina. Pareho rin yan. Ayan, ito naman yung IV is a categorical variable. Let's have this one. Ayan. But what about this? This is multiple regression, no? Ang dami kong ginamit na variables. So, ano yung model ko, yung regression model? So, sinasabi ko dito, a multiple regression was run, no? O let us say, science, ang ano ko dito, no? Parang sinasabi ko, mayroon bang effect si read, si write, at saka si gender kay science, no? Let's see. A multiple regression was run to predict science score from reading score, writing score, and what? Gender. These variables is statistically significantly predicted the science score. Why? Because the p-value here is 0. No? And then you have to disclose the R squared. The R squared is 0.4936. And then you interpret individually. No? Okay. So makikita mo as the independent variables no increase, bumababa yung regression coefficient dito. So here you say, for every 1 unit of increase in reading score, there is a 0.37 unit of increase in science score. Or you have to you put the p-value, no? P is equals to what? 0. Ayan. And so on and so forth. Now here, you indicate also the p, no? P is equals to what? 0. And then the last one, ayan. So meron ding P, no, yung nasa baba. Get natin ng konti. Ayan. So what's the P here? P is equals to 0.0. Is equals to 0. Okay, so that's it for regression, no? Okay. Now, guys, kanina, ang pinapredict natin is a number. Napansin nyo? No? Ang pinapredict natin kanina, it is a number. No? Now, pwede bang ang i-predict mo hindi number? Diba? Like for example, I'll give you an example. No? For example, for car manufacturers, no? If they put, let's say, this stereo, sabi niya, meron siyang magandang gulong, meron siyang magandang interior, the question is, bibili ba yung customer? Yes or no? Diba? In marketing, they can do that. Diba? So ano yung yung effect na hinahanap mo kung bibili yung customer? Yes or no? Okay, can we try that? Ang tawag doon, binomial logistic regression. No? It's a type of regression where the dependent variable is a categorical variable. Did you get that? No, it is a categorical variable. Okay? So let us have an example. Oh, ito yung ano niya, no? So ito yung command niya, logistic gender right school type. No, anong ibig sabihin nito pag ganun? No? Kapag mataas ba yung kanyang writing score, masasabi mo ba, no? Masasabi mo ba na babae yan o lalaki? Or kapag galing ba siya sa public or private, masasabi mo ba yan na lalaki yan or babae? No, can you do that? Okay. Now, if you run a logistic regression, ito yung command mo, no? Logistic gender, right, and school type. Okay. Now, ano yung result? No? So sinasabi dito, the p-value of writing score is 0. No? Nakikita nyo ba yung ano? Yung ano yung nasa screen nyo ngayon? Yung ano ba?
Presentation po.
Presentation. So do you see this, the p-value of 0?
Yes po.
Which means writing score is a predictor of gender. No, sinasabi niya dito, ha? Na kapag mataas siya, ibig sabihin, di ba? That affects the gender, no? Okay. So, ito naman, yung school type, 0.794. So, hindi mo sinasabi kapag public or private, no? Siyempre, iba-iba naman talaga yun, di ba? Hindi na, talaga namang may babae doon at saka lalaki, no? But in actual research, you can use this. So here you just say a binomial logistic regression was run, no, to understand the effects of the writing score and school type, no, and can predict the gender of the student. Anong result? Writing score is statistically significantly predicted the gender. Why? Because the p-value is equals to 0. But school type, no, did not. No, p is equals to 0.794. So that's our example, no? Okay. So here, paano kung ito, no? Like in this case, sabi niya, we're looking for a dependent variable, no, which is a categorical variable, no, with more than 2 categories, no? Like for example, SES, no, social economic status, no? So, yung right ba, no, mape-predict ba niya yung social economic status, no, nung ating respondent? Okay, so you do it like this, no? M-logit, no, SES, right. No, kapag niran ko sa state to, ito yung ibibigay niya sa akin. Okay. So, looking at it, no, okay, gagawa siya ng base. So, tinignan mo, low, high, middle. So, si program na yung pumili nung base outcome. Ang ibig sabihin, si low, i-compare mo kay middle. Si high, i-compare mo kay middle. Did you get that? Okay, so how do you interpret that, no? So students from low income group compared to students from middle income group would have a lower writing score, no, by 0.014. But is it significant? No, no, because this is more than or greater than 0.05. Next, ito naman yung high compared to middle. No, students from the high income group compared to students from the middle income group would have a higher writing score by 0.05. This one. No, P is equals to 0.01. Is it significant? Yes. And if you go back sa P-test natin saka ANOVA kanina, more or less you will get the same numbers. Okay? So I have discussed how to install a program. That's the Stata, and then transferring data, no, from your Excel file, no, going to your Stata, no, spreadsheet, and then we have discussed different types of variables: the categorical, the continuous, and then the dependent and the independent variables. We have discussed also t-test, no, the 3 types of t-test, and then ANOVA, and then regression, correlations, spurious correlations, and then different types of regression and multiple regression. I will have